Hotep, Black Power, giving honor to the Creator, giving honor to the ancestors. As always, giving honor to my sister, Chief of Staff Brother Harris Abdul, the street law soldiers, my father, my in-laws, my other family and comrades that are in the ancestral realm at this time, as well as your family and comrades. And also giving honor to specifically and especially to those who are fighting in the liberation and salvation for black people in this nation. I'm not going to be long, but as always, being strong in this video today. I'm going to be talking just about a couple of things and brushing you up on some things. So let me go ahead and get started. First of all, I want to talk about Uncle Ben Carson, this goddamn buck dancing motherfucking, you know, not the long grain rice, but the short grain rice. Uncle Ben Carson, who is supposedly the Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, has already pledged to destroy a housing project starting in Illinois and does not have a specific relocation place for the tenants that are currently living in those housing projects. You know, he just wants to tear down the housing projects, you know, as part of a white supremacist plan to displace more black families. You know, this nigga, man, this nigga is so fucked up, you know, and so disconnected and detached from black struggle and from the black community, period, that it's a goddamn shame. You know, everybody give him credit because he detached a two-headed motherfucking Ice 8, you know, and, you know, he gets all these accolades and shit. You know, he ain't shit, man. And then when they asked this faggot about the Harriet Tubman putting her face on a bill, $20 bill, he rejected that, saying that this is what this motherfucking coon nigga said, that Harriet Tubman was alright, but yet Thomas Jefferson was a tremendous motherfucking man, you know, and that, you know, he wouldn't have a problem if she was on a fucking $2 bill. You know, this is the mindset of black people today. This is how these niggas are programmed, man. These niggas are some bitch ass motherfucking house slave niggas, man. You know, you know, and Trump knew who to pick. He picked some of the best, some of the most educated house niggas on the planet. You know, the nigga, I mean, you know, now he gonna, you know, I mean, yeah, now, no, I believe Andrew Jackson was a tremendous president. Now, here's a motherfucking cracker who was a straight devil who scalped black Moors, Native Americans, which we call Native Americans. You know, he went on a straight war path from the White House all the way to the ends of Florida, where the Seminole Indians were. You know, but he didn't bring his motherfucking ass over Haiti though. You know, he would have got his ass tore off. And this was during the Haitian Revolution, because Napoleon had to sell the 13 states here that the French owned. Texas, it was Louisiana, and about 10 or 11 other states. Sold them back to Andrew Jackson to fight the goddamn Haitian Revolution. You know, because Toussaint Louverture and them had, you know, broke them motherfuckers. You know, had these crackers on edge because they defeated 3 goddamn armies. The French, the Spanish, and the English. I'm talking about crush these motherfuckers. And that's what I'm telling you all. All we have to do is link up. And liberation is at our disposal. All we have to do is stop being a bunch of goddamn cowards when it comes to this motherfucking crack. That's all. You know, that's all it takes. That's all it takes for you to stand the fuck up. Not be afraid. You're not afraid of your brother. You're not. When it comes to killing him, you're not afraid. You have no fear whatsoever in your heart when it comes to taking the life of your blood brother, your blood sister. But when it comes to this motherfucking cracker, you have a major problem. And don't tell me that you're not scared. Because when you go to court, I don't hear any scenes or situations of you niggas throwing chairs at the judge, refusing to go in front of the judge, holding courts in the street. None of that shit takes place. When them crackers come and get you, they get you in the bunches, make you tell on each other, turn you into motherfucking rats, and have you kill each other before you even go to fucking court. You know, white supremacy, you know, is fucking us around. And we are in straight denial and fear. You know, Suge Knight, Eazy's son, Earth Wright Jr., says that he knows that his father was murdered either by Suge Knight, Jerry Heller, or Tamika Wright, which was Eazy's wife at the time of his passing, who also took over the Ruthless Records. So, my opinion, you know, Jerry Heller sticks out the most, because even if you watch the movie Straight Outta Compton, that if when any of them made Jerry Heller mad or said something pertaining to, you know, them motherfucking so-called white Jews, first thing he did, he said he got major connections with the ADL and the JDL. So you have to pay attention to what's being said. You know, so Eazy wasn't hard, you know, to take out of here by Jerry Heller. You know, and I believe it was Jerry Heller. I believe that even Tamika Wright, she might have been, you know, she might have been in cahoots with this motherfucker. You know, because, you know, she's a money grubbing motherfucker. You know, Tamika Woods Wright, or whatever her name is, she is a motherfucking money grubbing motherfucker. You know, and so you know, that's where I stand at with it. You know, that's where I stand at. That's where I stand with that. You know, I believe, you know, that You know, it's a strong possibility she could have been working with Hella. You know, but I know Hella's the ringleader. If it was to be anybody that would take Eazy out, because Eazy left, cut Jerry Hella's motherfucking ass off. You know, and see, this is what these white motherfuckers, these crackers, what they do is you know, they may buy motherfuckers something to eat and pay for a hotel room, and then when they ask for their money, they start talking this bullshit, and then they play this victim shit of what they bought and what they paid for. But when they first come at you, you know, you're awesome and all this shit. You don't bring up you don't let the artist know that everything you do for them is written down. It's gonna be charged again. It's gonna be charged to them once they score in terms of a hit. You wait till, you know, you take all the money out, you know, where you fix the books up where it appeared that, you know, this motherfucker, you know, the artist don't have shit. So when he make noise, you let him see the books and he, you know, oh, okay. I just thought I probably would, you know, be able to get a motherfucking soda, you know, since I went platinum and got a Grammy and performed at the, you know, Soul Train Awards. I would at least thought I made enough to get a goddamn sandwich. You know, and see, a lot of, you know, they go for this shit because all they do, you know, pile a whole bunch of, you know, jam a whole bag of motherfucking mollies and E-pills down their goddamn throat and, you know, keep them fucked up off the syrup and all that bullshit. You know, give them a couple of photo shoots, make them feel like they, you know, celebrities and shit. You know, and man, it's a mother, you know, they mentally fuck these boys around every motherfucking day. You know, every day. They don't never have any conscious rappers. That's out. You know, it's a goddamn shame. If you're talking about anything in terms of growth and development in the black community, you will not get a record deal. You know, but if you're talking about pissing and shitting all over Queens and all that shit, gang raping sisters, you know, at after parties and all that type of shit, man. You know, making it rain in the club and all types of motherfucking negative, foul, you know, degenerate shit. You know, then you'll get a deal. You know, just like, you know, people say, you know, these rappers, Lil Wayne, all them don't respect women. They do respect women. White women. They don't respect no sisters. They respect white women. You don't hear them talking about doing anything, any of that derogatory shit, or see them doing none of that shit to these white bitches. To the stinking dogs that it created that type of behavior. You don't do that to them. You put a sister under pressure, you know, and make her give up and sacrifice all her African traditions and way of thinking and value system and everything. You know, just so if she's there for some talent, maybe she can get, you know, in the studio or something like that. You know, but regardless, even if she's a groupie, you know, you don't treat her like you treat the white groupie. The white groupie got the best of both worlds. You know, I'll take you to see my dad. He owns this, he owns that. You know, and you put on a shirt and tie and all this, you know, and play like, you know, that you know you're just not a gangster rapper and all this old bullshit. Then when you get around the hood, you put on, you know, a whole bunch of motherfucking G gear and all this shit. Your whole vocabulary and diction changes. And most of y'all that do that gangster rapping, none of y'all ain't about that life. None of you been in the street. None of you been in the street. None of them. But you'll talk about that shit. A lot of y'all, some of you are college graduates. Some of you, Dr. Dre and all y'all, Ice Cube, y'all grew up in the suburbs. Had both parents in the home and all that shit, man. Ate dinner together at a certain time. You know, but then you get, you know, you do a motherfucking video, you know, talking about strapping up and going right down, playing motherfucking roles in movies like you that hell of a motherfucker to be fed. Same way with Terrence Howard. You know, Terrence Howard, you know, and all them movies he play in, he talk all that shit. Come on, man. You know, ain't that slick black man. You just do my demo, man. Come on, man. You know, but that's not how you talk. When I seen you on Wendy Williams talking, playing a motherfucking folk guitar with your leg sitting on your motherfucking feet, sitting on one of your feet on the couch. You know, I've been playing, you know, folk guitar for quite some time, Wendy. I was like, God damn. You know, this the same motherfucker from Hustle and Flow. Man, where's Slim Black at, Mike? You know, all that shit, you know. And dead presidents doing the same thing, man. Same shit. You know, you motherfuckers are not like that. But you let this motherfucker cracker, you know, put you in that motherfucking mold. You know, and the purpose so you can infect the babies. You know, so you can have the sisters beating the sisters up. You know, pregnant sisters up in the house. You know, Taraji beating them up. You know, and the white girl is gold. You know, I mean, man, it's just some shit, man. You know, you niggas gotta start, you know, seeing the goddamn light, man. And Dr. Wilson's ISIS paper, the ISIS paper, chapter 20, Black Children in the Process of Inferiorization. Say black people are our most valuable possession and our greatest potential resource. Any meaningful discussion of the survival or the future of black people must be predicated upon black people's plan for our maximum development of all black children. Children are the only future of any people. You know, and reason being, you know, and, you know, these devils know this. And so what they do is infect the minds of the babies. That way the future of that particular race becomes so contaminated and under social control and social order once again, they will literally, almost literally line up to be exterminated by way of music, by way of entertainment, by way of sports, by way of chasing money, by way of perverted sexual behavior, by way of crime, by way of self-hatred. You know, so it is very important that we understand the plight of the children. You know, when they say the children are the future, they are the future, but they are also the now. They're also right now. Because this is where all the infecting processes are taking place. infectious processes are taking place. This is where they, power, liberate empire, infecting the minds, infecting the minds, infecting the minds, power, empire, all this sexual perversion, black on black violence. Keep pumping on the news, dead bodies. Make everybody think Chicago is the killing empire, the black killing empire in the country. That way we can gobble up all the property and rebuild an entire white empire in Chicago. Since we're going to have more struggles with it in New York, it'll be more easier. And let's send Rahm Emanuel there, because he has the connection with the gun runners worldwide. And so, you have these weapons are being imported. But see, they have you thinking that the only place that is coming in is Chicago. But they're coming in D.C., Baltimore, anywhere where it's water, the Baltimore Harbor, Potomac River, Washington, D.C., James River in Virginia. Any place on the Atlantic seaboard, California, all on the Pacific seaboard. And what they do, they have gun shows and these expos and the circuses. Anything where it involves an out-of-town festival, along with the freight trains that come through. And what they do, they'll have a tractor trailer sitting in the middle of nowhere. Tractor trailer is full of assault weapons. So you're gonna have self-hating blacks spread the word when they find that it's a truckload of guns. And after they get a certain amount of guns, then the feds will come, and confiscate the truck and take it to another city and open the doors and take the locks off the doors. And then more self-hating blacks will grab those guns, and after they get a certain amount, they'll confiscate that truck and take it to another city and another city and another city, to those 10, 20, 30,000 assault weapons and pistols, handguns, and drugs have flooded and has infested all the inner cities. And that's how that shit goes. If you're ever wondering how a 14-year-old manages to have a Russian military assault weapon under his fucking bed, that's how it is. Same way with the drugs. Kingpins are picked, they are chosen. I mentioned in the last video that 2 Baltimore detectives, narcotics detectives, confiscated and they were robbing drug dealers. How do you think they knew where these safes were and the stashes were? So, and what they do, they choose a person, they choose individuals to pass out the dope in the communities. And what they do, the police make sure that those drugs stay in the community. And they patrol it periodically and come through. And they'll lock up somebody that's not connected. Because you'll have someone that will buy drugs from them that want to start their own business and open their own strip up. And those are the ones that get locked up. but not the ones that are above them. And for you stupid niggas that are poisoning the community selling drugs, ask the motherfucker that you're getting it from, can you meet not his connect, but his connect, his plug, and see what he tell you. Think about it. You know, and so, you know, if you want to understand how this whole drug game and the weapons game goes, this is how it goes. So when you see these police riding around patrolling certain areas, they are making sure drugs are contained, that the drugs don't leak out into the suburbs. Example, you can go to any inner city. You can go in Washington, D.C., in the hoods. But if you go outside Washington, D.C. to Montgomery County, which is on the D.C. line, you know, Silver Spring and all the Wheaton, if you go anywhere out there in any of those counties, you're going to have problems. But long as you're in, as long as it's contained in the hood, it's okay. It's okay. You won't get the sentence that you will get from being outside of the hood. So, you know, and these are for parents and people who are green to this shit, that you sit and, you know, and you sit and bash the people, the wrong people. You don't say anything about the people who bring the guns and the drugs in, but yet you got something to say about the people who are selling the drugs, that have the weapons. Because a lot of people, when you know, a lot of you all who have jobs, who have steady incomes, who never had to struggle, you will never understand the reason somebody may sell drugs and go to the underworld, and that's their only option at that particular time. Let me repeat it. That's their only option at that particular time, to feed their families. Because they're not being, you know, no one has called them for any job interviews. They can't sit around and wait. So, sometimes they got to go to the underworld. And see, that's where a lot of you all fail to realize. You know, you make up excuses where it's jobs out here and all, because you were fortunate enough to be called in and have employment. But you may not have a criminal record. You may not have a criminal history. You may not have to struggle. You may not have child support up the ass and keep going in and out of jail because you don't have a job. I mean, it's a lot of, you know, situations, you know, surrounding that, you know, not to justify, you know, drug dealing, because I'm not doing that by no means. However, I understand in some cases, you know, when they have to do that on a temporary basis. You know, they have to resort to that shit on a temporary basis, because, you know, most of these brothers and sisters don't want to go to jail. They don't want to get caught. But at the same time, they're not going to starve. You know, so, you know, this is just something for us to take a look at and be clear about. Let's start going after the motherfuckers who are bringing the shit, who are supplying the death. Let's deal with them. Let's stop giving them a pass and stop beating, you know, going around them and beating your brother in the head. You know. Until we meet again, Hotel Black Power.